は決めていたはずなのに、変わることのない景色に目をそらしてた。小さな雪が欲しくてうつむいた。白い眩しさだけに焦がれてた。夏をかき綴るノートの終わりが近づいてくる。やがて訪れる日にはせめて笑顔のままで手を振りたくて、歩き続けることでしか届かないものがあるよ。今も温かな手のぬくもりを探し続けている。いくつもの優しさを繋いでもたどり着けないから、今も何度でも僕は夏の面影を振り返るよ。好きだけどまだ言えないよ。
兄さんはいなくならないって証明して。代償もなく願いが叶えられることなんてありえない。いずれ去る時には必ず言霊で心をねじ曲げることになる。あなたは今何色ですか？知らない。
まだ行く揺れる草原を命の歌だと教えてくれた君は、名前を呼んだことさえも気づかないくらいに遠くを見つめていた。ささやかな願いも風にまとい続けて、僕は追い越していく星の瞬きを探してた。ずっと抱きしめていたいくつもの言葉が黄昏に消えたとしてもそばにいるよ。一つずつ文字を忘れず並べて待つから、幾億の果て約束は風の中に。桜舞う夜にも一度夢を見よう。現実を脱ぎ捨て花になろう。遥かな風のささやき耳を澄ませば
Hello and welcome back to Anemoi. So if you were in the stream earlier, so it shut down. So we're back to the usual way. So we're gonna get started. The way we're gonna go through this is we're gonna go back to the common route, do some particular choices to get started with Aino's route. We're getting started with Aino's route first. But we had to go through some parts of the common route and just click on some things. I was just gonna try to skip content that we haven't seen, but well, we kind of did some during the stream. But now, if I click skip, well, I kind of remember the scenes that that's gonna be new. But anyway, if you haven't seen a good chunk of the common route, you can watch part 1, part 2, part 3. Just get started with that, and then yeah, you should be ready to watch this one. All right, let's get started. So I'm just gonna skip the prologue. So I'm using a guide. The guide I'm using recommends to have saves at particular points, and for an MO you have to save. They recommend saving 30 times. There's 30 points where you have to save, and this is the first one. This is actually the most important question of like which route do you end up with. So if we want to get started with Aino, we get started with a cheeky 10-year-old. So the next particular set of scenes is we haven't seen them in part 1, so we're gonna go through it. A cheeky 10-year-old, 17歳。
誰が10歳だ。どこ？見たら10歳だ。
I've heard women are happy when they're told they look young. I guess a bit on the younger side.
だからって10歳は。
ごめん。Maybe about 13.
真面目に言っていいのよ。
Her eyes are terrifying. Seriously. For teen?
お前の限界はそこまでか。
I can't go any further.
限界を超えていけ。
限界 no. 16. So Speaka might be 15 or 16. So I mean, she changed her tone the moment you she changed her tone the moment you went like, because the last time she was angry was 14, and then 16 she's happy. Based on we know that if you pick like an older choice, like 21, she's really happy about it. But anyway, from here, it's mostly the same. I only know one scene that's kind of a little different. I mean, there's gonna be one scene I think with Hiromi-san, but I.
こんなところでというバロン右あこういうのが生意気盛りなのかも。
Maybe this is it, because I remember she keeps saying, "Oh, I'm kind of like 21, blah blah blah."
よくってよ。
Okay. Okay, so that's one different scene.
スピーカーなんか変だが。
よくってよ。ごきげんよ。
I don't know how she became very Ojo like there. As if her business here is finished, the girl quickly walks away. Speaka. I wonder if that's her name.
見てください兄さん。すごくチーズが伸びます。
All right. we're gonna skip here. Everything's gonna be the same as what we already seen, and so the guide says I could get married. This is what we also chose the first time around. And then challenge him. I know we're gonna do Aino's route. Okay, this is mostly the same. So there's gonna be a little difference here. Okay, here we go. So this is the little difference, one of the little differences.
燃料のやつがそう言ってたぜ。ゴーストバスター。幽霊を狩るもの。つまり幼女を狙い狩るもの。
I guess little girls.
なるほど。幼女ハンターか。
Some kind of this honorable rumor is starting to spread. Okay, we can skip here. Jessica's her. Play along with Spica. Everything here is mostly the same, no deviations. Oh, we participate, I think. So that's one more choice we do different. So last time we did don't participate, so this time we're gonna go participate. Why should I have to stand around watching weirdos play weird games? Bakabakshi. It's ridiculous, but not an Untitled challenge. I can't just run away. As a man.
兄さん、ご立派です。ではいざ出陣。
うわ
ネオ新生闘技会万歳。
Neo Shinjin Togikai Banzai! What are you making me do?
ノリだ。いいだろ。
We charge headlong into the wind. For some reason, it is strangely fun. Don't do this at home, basically. Alright, so we skip from here. Everything here, there's no deviations, I think. So we're just gonna keep going and going and going. Yeah, I think my stream was blocked because of the opening song. Yeah, I think that's the thing that's the interesting thing that blocked me.
"まばゆく揺れる草原
Okay, from here, important choices start at day 12, so I'm getting close. Gonna do a quick save here. This is not quick. Do people actually use this? Enter comment. There we go. So everything here is mostly the same at the end of part 3. All right. So we're gonna sleep a little longer, which is something we haven't chose before. Last time we did Huckers by surprise. I'm still sleepy. I want to sleep a little more. I close my eyelids. That had started to open.
兄さんがお眠りになりたいのでしたら無理に起こしはしませんが、お仕事もあるので心を鬼にします。
Even if she hardens her heart, Rika is still Rika. She's not the type of girl who can do anything extreme.
兄さん、チューしますよ。
God, I wish that would be. She had become a girl who could do extreme things. No, and just because she says she doesn't mean she'll actually follow through.
チュー。
My lips were blocked by something. No, more than that. Something forced its way past my lips and into my mouth. And it isn't soft. I open my eyes. A member of the Cladiformis order, I can't pronounce it, was right in front of my eyes. Its beak was inside my mouth.
兄さん、すみれの鳴き声の真似、ご立派です。
For some reason, the birds who embarrassed. That was a terrible way to wake up.
私の方が良かったですか?
Hi. I'm a bit too old for that now. Oh no.
さあ兄さん、朝ごはんできていますよ。
I think here everything's still the same, so we're just gonna keep going. Alright, so the first thing that we had to do is we do Aino's event. A bird has built a nest in the windmill, and now it won't turn. What should I do? Who's about Aino? Aino? What kind of situation is this? Yes. So we saw this in the previous playthrough, so I'm just gonna speed through this. So I'm gonna go yakitori. Oh, the translations are also not different. There have been a couple of improvements.
何ですかその選択?
It should be the same. Except I did say yakitori. I did say something else, but it should be fine. I'm just skip through. Okay, so this is gonna be new. We're gonna go Suzara event. Yes, hi. Leaving the abandoned station cafe called Suzara. So, this is where Suzara is. Yes. I want to grab a coffee, and Suzara is quite an interesting person. I think I'll go check it out. When I arrive at the abandoned Ike, I see a handwritten open sign at the entrance. Should I have fixed that for her? I think to myself as I step inside. Alright, sumimasen. As usual, the interior of the shop is quiet and calm.
いらっしゃいませ。
Yes, we're finally seeing her in a in an outfit that's different. Don't ruin the atmosphere, shopkeeper. Suzera is also, by the way, voiced by that's this should be good times. Suzera approaches me.
麦君?
You remember my name.
もちろん、私のスーパー能力だから。 今日は何しに来たの？コーヒー？
実は I came to check on that job request.
誰も来ないかと思ってたからよかった。助かる。
She says it with her usual expression, but she seems genuinely happy. Last night you already started cleaning. Did you move all these books by yourself? I look around the shop and see the bookshelves lining the wall are already nearly empty. Moving that many books is heavy labor for a girl to handle alone.
力あるからこれくらいは平気。麦君には細かいのをお願いしたい。
Wait, as a man, that's a bit.
私が細かいのやると物が壊れたりするから。
You really need to learn how to control your strength.
普通に生きててそんなラノベアニメみたいなこと言われるとは思わなかった。
Me too.
それじゃあ掃除をお願い。本棚のほこりを払って雑巾で拭いてもらえる？
Got it. Makasete. When I was planning on doing the heavy lifting, is it really okay for me to take the easy part?
掃除は全然楽じゃない。
Wait, give me a second. I'm adjusting my window. Give me a second. I'm sorry. I know it's distracting. Okay, this is much better for me.
「拭いても拭いても上からほこりが落ちてくるし。
It's それはところで we're starting to clean the shelves from the bottom and leaving the top for later.
ストーカー。
That's not it. Well, yeah, and that would explain why it never ends. Cleaning 101. You always work from top down. If you don't, the dust falling from above just dirties the spots you already wiped, right? Broke her brain. Suzera stands there, frozen with her mouth agape.
今私の中で概念が変わっていく音がしている。
That sounds like something straight out of a tokusatsu show.
そんなやり方両親にもおばあちゃんにも誰にも教えてもらわなかった。おばあちゃんの知恵袋穴とか開いてたのかも。多分先祖代々こうやってた。下から上にやってた。先祖代々無駄な時間を。先祖誰か気づけ。
What the hell? Use your head. Gosenso. Use your head, Gosenso. Well, but still. You broke the negative cycle here, Gosenso.
普通に生きててそんな 2.5 次元みたいなこと言われるとは思わなかった。
What the fuck is you saying? Me too.
この掃除の仕方はいいね。これからこの掃除方法を逆落としと呼びます。
That sounds like some kind of military tactic. What the absolute state of Suzera? Using cleaning supplies Suzera handed me, I began to clean the bookshelves in the cafe space. As I throw the windows wide open, the dusty air was replaced by a pleasant breeze. Teeny, slightly sweet scent of old books waves through the air, bringing a sense of nostalgia and calm. Alright, I think that's about
お
everything.
疲れ様。
With those words, Suzera offers me coffee. Arigato.
大豆コーヒーのソイラテ。
Soy.
お腹が空いてるなら食事も出すけど。
Is it really okay?
昨日の残りの豆腐と大豆ミートのすき焼きに大豆麺入れたうどんすきがある。
It's a lot of soy. It's all soy.
家庭菜園で大豆作ってみたらすごいことになった。そしてこの前の節分で豆まいたらまた増えた。もうちょっと怖いくらいに生えてくる。
Is
こんな
that...
に大豆に適した土地なの？お肉食べたい。
You don't have to eat it all, you know. Well, it would be a waste
いっ
otherwise.
そのこと電気柵外して動物に持って行ってもらおうかな。
Electric fence. Electric fence?
ビリッとくる柵。害獣から畑を守るの。
Huh. But rather than that, it's probably better to just have everyone eat them to reduce the supply.
でもうちあんまりお客さんが来ないんだよね。
She slunts her shoulders slightly, looking a little lonely. When I came here before, there weren't any customers either. I think there's actually quite a bit of demand though.
年中無休でやってるんだけどね。
Maybe Suzuka gives off a slightly unapproachable impression when meeting people for the first time. A cleric lost in a book, where the blank expression can be a bit intimidating. Well, in reality, she's just doing muscle training and sniffing things. What the hell? Suzuka, maybe you should try smiling more. You know, when you're serving customers.
スマイルをメニューにして売るってこと？いくらにしよう？
That's not what I meant. Don't charge money.
私の笑顔は0円か。
It's not easy to find someone who can actually charge money for a smile. I just thought it would provide friendlier service. Customers would feel more relaxed. In truth, this cafe has a great atmosphere, and I think it's a very comfortable place. It should be the kind of shop where people want to stay longer and truly unwind. I'm starting to hallucinate words.
なるほど。こう？
That's a huge forced smile. Oh, that is really Reina. The smile is fine, but the friendliness is a bit off. A soft atmosphere, a gentle smile, and something like "irashaimase" is all it takes.
わからない。もうわからない。全部わからない。
It's literally breaking your brain. It's not that complicated. Anyway, let's just focus on increasing the number of customers.
全部一人で食べるからいいよ。
Don't give up.
掃除も終わったし、今日のお仕事は終わりで大丈夫だよ。
Ah, sokka.
また手伝いに来てね。
I get it. I could always get the soybeans to the dobutsu, but it really would be better if there were a few more customers. If I ever had my own shop, I want it to be packed with customers. Well, being packed sounds like a lot of work, so that's a lie, but having a few more wouldn't hurt. Suzuna just lacks that kind of ambition. With those thoughts in mind, I head home. And dinner was over, and I was taking a breather. In the old days, this would be the time. Okay, we've seen this in the previous day, so we fine.
私の作ったカルタはどうでしたか？
Let's go back. Let's go back. This is a new line. This is a new line. I forgot this. This is a new line. No, she talked about Karuta. Wait, I saw a new line. Because this is something she mentioned. And. Okay, no. This is the same. Okay, let's move quickly.
ところで今に
Okay, let's move quickly from here. And then in the middle of the night. Okay, so I think this is the new scene because last time she was talking about the what you did with Aino. The moonlight streaming into the dark room was cold yet gentle. In the futon next to me, Rika was breathing quietly in her sleep. If anything, the sound of insects outside was louder.
兄さん。
It seems she's dreaming about me.
風車のお手入れお疲れ様です。
How does she know? Wasn't she at school? No. It must be a Guzin. Surely.
唐揚げ私の好きどれを使って丸こく
Even for my own Imoto, she's terrifying sometimes. Rika mutters about the details. Okay, let me see that record. Okay. Rika mutters about the details of your work with Aino in her sleep. Oh, okay, so that's very specific to Aino, I guess. Time to sleep. Oyasumi. Okay, I think this day 14 should be the same, or day 13 should be the same as what we saw in the previous upload. Okay. Here we choose someone I don't know. Gourmet Goro Umioka. So it's not these two. So I'm gonna do the same. I don't know who the hell that is. I guess, and they're just doing process of elimination. Secure the ultimate Katsudon. I shall wait at Sakuma. At Sakuma. Goro ai Kaoka. Epicurean. Sakuma. He means success mart, doesn't he? The ultimate Katsudon. Okay. I want to try it. Now I'm getting interested. In front of the store, a man in work clothes stands with his arms closed. He stares intently at a single point with a sharp gaze. Regarding another request.
遅いぞ。
Gomen.
戦場では1秒が生死を分ける。
Senjo.
見ろ。
Goro-san jerks his chin toward a group of sturdy men, gathering one after another.
奴らは飯を求めて徘徊するハイエナだ。今の時間帯、店内は戦場と化す。
Hyenas? Even though they're paying customers.
いいか。我々の目標は店内奥のホットシェフにある。
Hotto ship. It is Success Mar's strongest weapon. Providing warm, comforting bento, cooked right in the store.
狙うカツ丼だ。
Is the ultimate katsudon just from Success Mart?
ただがただのカツ丼ではない。出来たてでなければならん。
And they're kept in the warmer, so won't they all be warm?
甘い。
He yells at me.
本棚に陳列されてから数分以内のものと1時間経過したものでは卵のトロトロ具合が雲泥の差なのだ。
Actually, that's true. For katsudon, that is true. Especially the ones you get in Japan that isn't just lazily made. I'm especially talking the ones that are not lazily made. Because the lazily made ones, yeah, you want the egg kind of a little in the creamy side, a little wet, not in the it's fucking solid.
さらに衣のサクサク感が少し残っている。
God damn it! Now I'm getting hungry.
私は作りたてのサクサクと あの神々しいまでに輝く半熟卵が混ざり合った至極のカツ丼を所望する。
What a high maintenance Epicurean. No, but still, it does look oishi.
だろう。作戦を開始する。私がレジ付近で他の客の動きを牽制する。その隙にホットシェフへ突入し、陳列直後のカツ丼を確保しろ。
What do you mean by diversion? What are you actually going to do?
ジンギスカン弁当や豚丼も美味しいとわめいてくる。
In case you're not familiar with Jingisukan is, it's lamb barbecue. I had a lot of that when last time I went to Sapporo. That was a good time. I also went to the real Sapporo factory. That was also cool. He's going to be a nuisance customer, but since he's advertising, is that really okay?
行け！厨房からおばちゃんが出てくる瞬間が勝負だ。そして作ポイントは必ずもらえ。ポイントで結構いいものがもらえる。
I wait in the bento section. Around me, I catch a glimpse of workers already eyeing the katsudon. Their eyes look bloodshot. Or at least that's how it
お
feels.
待たせしました。カツ丼出来たてです。
The kitchen door opens, and an older female staff member emerges pushing a wagon. In that instant, an murderous aura fills the air.
来たぞ。俺が先だ。
Ibada! I weave through the gas between the swarming men and slide to the very front of the wagon. Dekta! I grab two steaming katsudon bowl. Katsudon. Wait, that's redundant. Katsudon is already does the bowl. Anyway, that have been just been laid out. They feel heavy on my arms. The sweet and savory scent of dashi waves from the gas in the lids. Oh, the new song. I don't like this song.
取られたか。仕方ねえ。俺はジンギスカン弁当にするか。
Game over. Flushing my fries ahead for the register. Golden eggs and thick cutlets. Steam fills the plaza.
完璧だ。この半熟加減、この照り、まさに至極。
With trembling hands, Goro-san snaps his disposable chopsticks and brings a piece of katsudon to his mouth. Wait, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. This is not a good time, man. I'm really getting okay. Just reading this.
Delicious!
Literally says delicious. He shouts in a magnificent voice, unlike anything I have ever heard before. He must have really been craving it.
よくやった。
Now, I bite into the katsu. Oishii!
そうだろう、そうだろう。
Umai. Tottemo oishii. I want to let Rika try it too.
彼女か。
いや、妹です。
お前、うまいものを食べてすぐそんな言葉が出るなんて、シスコンにも程があるだろう。
Base? Please, still praise me.
褒めたわけじゃないが。やるよ。
Huh?
妹さんにも食べさせてやれ。
でも、it's half even.
遠慮すんなって。
Yeah, I really don't want to eat something a random Oji-san have been snacking on. I wouldn't want my imoto to eat it either.
照れ隠しはいらない。俺はもう胸がいっぱいだぜ。ごちそうさま。
Yeah, really, I can't.
次は100円パスタでも食うかな。最近はもう100円じゃないがね。
With that, Goro-san walks away, leaving his half-eaten katsudon behind. It's still unsanitary, man. Maybe I'll give it to Kawase. There's still enough time to take on one more request. I'll decide on the next one as soon as I get back. Okay, the next one is Suzera. I want to dispose of these soybeans. Kao Suzera. Dispose, as in get rid of them. She uses such scary words. Guess I'll go then. She must be completely fed up with soybeans by now. Konnichiwa. I step into the kisa.
いらっしゃいませ。
どうも。
ごめんね。元気ない接客で。
No, I think it suits the shop better than the service at the Yokohama style ramen joint.
そうかな。じゃあこれからはこんな感じでいこうかな。
I'm glad that my opinion was of some help.
そうそう。あ、麦くんか。
You were talking to me without even knowing who I was. I can't believe she couldn't tell until I got this close. Are those glasses the wrong prescription?
まあお姉ちゃんのだから。
Why are you wearing your Onetsu's glasses? You should get some made that actually fit you.
そのうちね。
Saying that, Suzuna moves a little distance away from me.
ご注文は？
No, I'm here for work today.
仕事？あ、大豆を始末しに来てくれたんだ。
Well, that seems to be the case. So, how are we disposing them? Are you going to eat them all?
死んじゃう死んじゃう。
Is there really that much? Then what are we going to do?
前に麦くんが掃除の仕方を教えてくれたよね。
The top to bottom
あ
thing.
れってつまり元凶からなんとかしろってことでしょ？
Where did you get that? Oh, you're actually using your head. I mean, no, top to bottom is like an orderly way so that the dust won't, because it's about the dust. It's not, well, okay, fine, whatever, you know what, whatever.
もっと褒めていいんだよ。
It's not really worth that much praise.
待って。このくらいで褒められたら次のアイデアでえらいことになる。胴上げされちゃうかも。
She really does that arms raise banzai thing a lot.
だからこれ以上褒めるのは待って。
I can't exactly toss her in the air by myself. No, maybe Suzera could.
元凶からなんとかする。つまり私は畑からなんとかすればいいということ。
Sugoi. That actually makes perfect
いい
sense.
んだよ。頭とか撫でても。あ、でもこのくらいで褒められたら次のアイデアでもはやとんでもないことになる。撫でられすぎて頭皮やけどするかも。
Girl. My hand will get burned too, so I'd rather not. I'll wait for Suzera-san's next words.
畑をどうにかする。塩とか撒いて全滅させようと思ったけど、それはやっちゃダメらしい。本に書いてあったけど土にものすごいダメージがあるらしい。もう植物の生えない死の土地になるって。
なるほど。
あだ名が地がらしの眼鏡とかになっちゃう。
Sounds like a character from an Otoma game. Even though all she did was salt the
そ
field.
こで思ったんだ。大豆より強いのを畑で育てればいいって。
That's
言
brilliant.
われると思ったよ。
Apparently, plants sound compoundedly with each other, so there must be something that can wither raizu. Just so you know, soybeans is raizu. Sounds like rice, but no, that's different. So, what are you going to plant?
もうこれを超える最強植物はないんじゃないかって思うんだ。
And that is...
大豆を超える最強の植物。それはドラゴンフルーツ。
Dragon fruit? I thought those were tropical... Anyway. Dragon fruit?
ドラゴンフルーツを植えることによって大豆を始末する。大豆なんて一瞬 なんたってドラゴンだからね。
I know it. That's their logic. We're
多分火とか吹くよ。
Susana turns her head toward me.
麦くん、いいよ。褒めて。
Yeah. That's a tropical plant. Okay, that's what I mentioned first. It's a tropical plant. They're not in a climate that could handle it. They're in Hokkaido. It's cold. Just the whale grow here. Even in Natsu, this region can get quite cold.
ねえ麦くん、言いたいことはわかるよ。けどもう一度考えてみようか。こっちドラゴンだよ。大豆って育ってももやしだよ。もやしとドラゴン、どっちが勝つと思う？
Jesus Christ.
もやしか。
She. I mean, he's right. He's right. He's right. It will grow in the first place. Just so stupid. You're quick to accept that.
麦くんの言うこと合ってることが多いからすごい信じてる。
Well, though, we only met about 3 times, so I wonder if it's really okay for her to trust me this much.
大豆ね。
This really is Rina. I don't think Heizu have ever had this much anger directed at them before. They're a perfectly good ingredient. It's a pity. Zanen. Still, she says she believes in what I say. And that's the case. Nah, Susera. How about trying to like them instead?
麦くんは？
Why would you think that?
麦くんじゃなかったら何を？
Heizu.
麦も大豆も変わんなくない？
What did you say? Humans and grays are completely different. Kite. Rice are called the meat of the fields, you know? Niku no hatake. Anyway.
ロース？バラ？サガリ？レバーかな？
Leber. Oh, they actually use the word lever. Ignore the specific cuts.
はい。
Enaname is delicious, and it's healthy once it becomes natto. Even bean sprouts are a great ingredient. Man, I want to buy some frozen enaname, man. And get some biru while I'm at it. There's yuba, zunda, fried tofu, hinako, and even soy kohi, yume. Aren't soybeans amazing, Sugui? Don't you want to try loving rice?
愛してみようと思います。
Even though I'm the one who suggested it, don't you have any hesitations?
麦くんが言うことだからとりあえず信じてみる。花王家先祖代々の掃除の概念を覆した男だから。
I pity her Cosenzo, man. I seriously pity her Cosenzo. What the hell? That's an incredible level of trust. So, does that mean I've technically finished the job? Unless like the relationship between Susura and Aizu might work out somehow. It might, but still. The solution feels really half-assed. It really does. Well, I was the one who brought it up. Even so, as usual, not a single Okaksha is coming. Is this place going to be okay? Open. Korosu. ごちそうさまでした。
ごちそうさまでした。あらら。
The post-meal greeting. Rika and I press our hands together. And Sumina brings its wings together and gives a little bow. Still, food has been way too plentiful since coming to this town.
そうですね。旅の途中で食べられない時は3日くらい水だけなんてありましたし。
ちら。
あら？
It's okay, Sumina. I'm thinking about eating you right now.
はい。今は立派な家族ですよ。
あら。
今は。
あら。
She's just kidding.
もちろん冗談ですよ。
Oh no, I'm just kidding. No, it's correct. It's Mugi's the ones doing that.
でもつみれ、 この町は持ちつ持たれつが信条なんですよ。
Give and take. Wait, we already seen this scene before. I'm just gonna play this. You look at their house while we're away, don't you?
いびきをかいて寝ていましたね。
あらら。
兄さんのためにも少しは役に立つ方がいいと私は思うのですが、すみれはどうですか？
My Imoto is trying to force authority to work for my sake. Sake. Should I be grateful? Well, I'm grateful for the sentiment at least. With a cry, Sumire flops onto its back on the tatami mat. Then it pats its own belly with its wings.
さばけと
That doesn't seem to be it. Sumire stares at me intently as if trying to convey something. It clicked. Is this what you mean? I lean my head towards Sumire's stomach. I lie down, using Sumire's stomach as a makura. My hunch was right.
それが兄さんの役に立つことですか？
Ah!
兄さん
What is this? Kono kanji. That melts away all the fatigue from my neck up. It's like the luxury down pillow at the first class hotel. I remember experiencing that long ago.
兄さんがあっという間に眠りに
Habunai. My consciousness almost slipped away for a second there. Sumire makura.
すみれ交代です。
Rika says this and says Seiza style next to
兄
Sumire.
さんどうぞ。
He's a makura from my Imoto.
旅の途中疲れている兄さんの枕はいつも私の膝でした。
Ah, soya. I moved my head for Sumire's stomach and rested on Rika's lap. It is a warm, familiar sensation. Yeah, I bet this is what it feels like to finally come
兄
home.
さん
It feels good, Rika.
どうして寝落ちしないんですか？
Huh?
すみれのお腹ではあっという間に眠ったのに、どうして私の膝では和むだけなのでしょうか？
Why, you ask? I wonder why.
将来兄さんを籠絡するか。
On this day, a fatal rift forms between my Imoto and my pet Tori. And then,
からけたたきチキンソテーだし取り
I wonder what kind of yume she is having. Even after I wake up, I am too scared to ask. All right, this is a day we haven't seen before, right? Nice. So we're now officially out of the trial. Well, picking Suzera events and the Epicurean Goro is like already outside the stuff we saw in the trial. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna grab more water. Okay, I'm back. I also had to restart the game because my I had to update the patch. The patch. Anyway. I feel a gaze on me, and I wake up. I pretend to roll over and peek through half-closed eyes. Wait, give me a second. Rika is watching me. She's staring intensely from right up close. Rika. Wait, why was she blushing? I feel the pressure, so I roll over to avoid her gaze.
寝返り打ちました。
Rika quickly moves around to the other side and appears down at my sleeping face again. She sits beside me, staring down at my face. Huh? Nani? Is something wrong?
寝ている姿もご立派です。
Where do you put this? I'm being complimented in a way I don't quite understand. It's too awkward to wake up now.
目と耳が2つ。鼻と口が1つ。でも鼻の穴は2つです。
Well, I am human after all. What is she memoing down, man? She starts drawing something. Is that a picture?
来ました。題名は「眠る兄さん」。これは涅槃図として後世に残りますね。
A Nirvana painting, like those religious paintings of Buddha entering Nirvana. Am I dead?
兄さん、ご立派です。
Satisfied with that nonsensical conclusion, Rika leaves me and heads toward the kitchen. I spent about 20 minutes agonizing over when I should wake up. I sit down for breakfast with Rika and Sumire. On the table sits a mountain of butter-grilled scallops, shells and all, piled onto a plate. For breakfast? Okay, I guess.
すみれ、そんなに急いで食べると喉を詰まらせますよ。
It's pretty extravagant, isn't it? Was this a gift too?
はい、すごくたくさん取れて、こちらではおやつ代わりに食べるそうです。
And they're so expensive on the mainland. This northern land is amazing.
加工したり輸送するから高くなるだけで、現地で採れたてを食べるとその分お安いそうです。
That makes sense.
身の黒い部分は食べない方がいいそうです。ウロといって貝毒が蓄積されている恐れがあるとか。
Well, looking at it, it doesn't exactly look like a color you should be eating either. Sumire seems to be eating it regardless though.
すみれ、その体に毒を溜めてしまっては、もしもの時に兄さんが困りますよ。
Rika, what do you mean by that?
もしもの時です。
My family's emergency food plan is still ongoing. My emergency snack. After finishing Asagon, Rika leaves her school. Well, I suppose I'll head to Meguruyai as well. Okay, so we're gonna do Aino's event here. I will be conducting an experiment at the lake. I'm a bit anxious being alone, so if anyone could help me, please do. Usaba Aino. An experiment at the lake. Anxious being alone. Hi. Where do you put this? What on earth is she doing? It's unselling. I've heard there was a beautiful lake on the outskirts of town, but... Is this the place? Kokoa. Tekai. At this rate, even if Aino is here, I'll never find her. What should I do? There is a duck-shaped pedal boat on the lake shore. Why is something like this here? I wonder if it's free to use. If I can get to the middle of the lake with this, it might be easier to find Aino. I pedal the duck boat all by myself. As far as I can tell, Aino is nowhere to be seen. Is she really here? Another duck boat comes heading my way. It feels strangely eerie. I wonder who it is. Some eccentric people enjoys riding duck boats in a place like this? Not that I'm any better, though. Could it be Aino?
あれよう奇遇だな
Alright, Kawase. Kawase is riding it alone.
せっかくだから一丁競争といかないか
And these ducks.
このアヒルでだ
I've got nothing better to do, so why not? Yeah!
ああいくら頑張ってもあまりスピードが出ない楽しくない
I guess so.
俺たちは何をしているんだ
Sana. Two men pedaling their duck boats side by side, wondering where they are even heading. I stopped thinking and just keep pedaling.
女の子が降ってくるぞ
What are you talking about?
女の子が降ってくるんだよ空から
That's impossible. Huh? It's true. Floating down for the sky is a onna. It's Aino. It wasn't a parachute. She was floating down, an umbrella held in her hand.
なんだあれ
Both Kawase and I stared up at the mysterious sight in silence. Wait. I forgot how to use Signos engine, despite that was the other VN we're reading right now is in Signos.
さあ目的地はもう少しです
No, I actually like the full body shot better. Unaware of us below, chatting away, seemingly lost in their own world.
皆さん本機はもうすぐ空港に到着いたします現地の天気は快晴気持ちのいい日差しが皆さんを出迎えてくれるでしょうやったー
She seemed to be having a lot of fun, but with a snapping sound, the umbrella Aino was holding began to break. Oh no, Aino, holy shit.
皆さん落ち着いて搭乗員の指示に従っ
And just like that, she fell straight into the lake.
昨日誰これ昨日
This mazui. I hurriedly steered the duck boat toward Aino. Aino grabs onto the approaching duck boat and crawls out of the lake.
ちょうど大きなアヒルさんが通りかかってくれて助かりましたありがとうございますアヒルさん
Yeah. Don't mention it.
アヒルが喋ったというか声低くこんな声低いアヒルさん嫌です
You're very welcome.
不自然に高いなんか震えてるしこんな変なビブラート発するアヒルさん嫌です
Oh, it's always to be high. You're very welcome. Sort of interrupting excitement, but it's me.
あるいは俺たちだ
Aino stares blankly at us as we poke our heads out from inside the duck boat.
湖のほとりでアヒルのボートで麦さんと川瀬さんが何をしているんですか
I can't say I don't understand that feeling, but let me say my piece too. What are you doing is my line. こちらセーフだ。
強度を確認していたわけですよ
What on earth were you doing? In response to my question, I had to explain while shaking out the unbroken
こ
umbrella.
の素材なら持つかと思ったんですが最後の最後に破けてしまいました
So, you're saying you fell from the soda like a parachute just to test the umbrella strength. I still can't see where this is going. Just where on earth did you fall from?
あの崖ですもう少し岸近くに着水するはずだったんですが予想以上に風に流されてしまいました
That's an unusually strong umbrella. I wonder why. I don't know. From that high up? That's dangerous.
でも湖に着水すれば安全かなと思いましたので。
Didn't I say I'm gonna die? I'm gonna die?
そもそもなんでそんな頑丈な傘を作る必要がある？
Well, there are times when the wind gets as strong as that last typhoon. A sturdy umbrella might be
あ
necessary.
んまり強度が強くて耐えられる傘を作ったら傘ごと飛ばされそうで怖くないか？ビンゴ！え、ビンゴ？俺、用紙もらってないぞ。
Why do you think like that, Kawasa?
用紙をもらう前にビンゴとは俺のスピード感半端ないな。さすが俺。
正解ってことです。風で飛べるぐらいの強度を持たせるために実験しているんです。
You want to fly using an umbrella.
傘で飛びたいわけじゃないです。今は単にどんな素材を作れば強度が上がるか確認しているだけです。そのために傘を使っているだけです。
So, what exactly are you trying to do?
それはまだ秘密です。もう少し愛のポイントが上がれば教えてあげますよ。
I know points. What even are I know points?
私の中で蓄積されるポイントです。いくらか貯まるといいことがあります。今日はなんとポイント2倍デーですから。
Double points there.
張り切って手伝っていただけたらあっという間に貯まるかもしれませんよ。
Sokka. I know point. Was that thing earlier you floating down with an umbrella?
そうです。
I don't particularly want to do that. It tore at the end and you fell anyway.
でもそれまではふわふわして楽しそうに見えませんでしたか？
But did it look like I was having fun floating there? No, it's just floating along. It did look a little fun. That umbrella broke, but do you have more? But it just stored a moment ago.
こっちは大丈夫です。
Where's that confidence coming from? Besides, I'm a guy, so the weight is different. It'll be even more dangerous.
ユリさんはスマートです。デブじゃないです。
But I can still see her falling from the sky, drifting down with that umbrella. Pasa. She actually looked like she was having fun. What are you going to do?
先にやってくれ。安全を確認したらやってみる。俺の座右の銘は急がば回れなんだ。
Then why are you always talking about speed? Well, alright, I'll give it a shot. In reality, even if I fell into the lake, I'd probably be fine. Pulling the umbrella I received from Aino, I stand at the very edge of the cliff overlooking the lake. It's actually a little scary. I wonder if the height is just enough that I wouldn't get injured if I jumped normally. That being said, there's no way I'm just jumping in normally. I just pray that even if it breaks, the umbrella will hold for at least a little while.
いいですか？私が合図をしたら飛んでください。傘は両手でしっかりと握りしめてください。
わかった。
さあ今です。言ってください。
That signal was too fast. It almost overlapped me with saying got it. With things like that, you just have to jump before you overthink it. Yeah. Floating. I'm flying? Or rather, I'm descending slowly. It takes less strength to hold the umbrella than I thought, so I'm okay. And this is amazing. Even though I'm descending slowly, it feels like I'm taking a stroll through the air. I look down at the lake from above. Someone's in the lake. A man is sunbathing in the paddle boat we were just riding in.
太陽が
The man is lost in bliss as he paddles the duck boat. He seems to have noticed me. He finds me as I drift down, floating softly while holding the casa. By the way, the pattern on the casa is pink strawberries. He stares at me, falling from the sky with a strawberry pattern casa, with a face as if he's just witnessed an invasion. A quiet moment passes. Floating gently, the casa doesn't break, and it lands perfectly soft as a feather, right on top of the duck boat. My eyes begin. You understand? I don't know what to say. So a mysterious greeting slips out of my mouth. I give my strawberry patterned casa a gentle shake. His brain must have glitched, and he let out a strange scream. It seems Kenson doesn't quite grasp the situation even after I explain, but he tells me not to do anything weird and goes on his way. Before I know it, Kawase had disappeared. He's a fast one. Man, that casa really is something else. It managed to support my weight and let me land perfectly from the sky. A normal casa wouldn't be able to ascend that slowly no matter how sturdy it was.
を重ねましたから。
It seems to be a casa made using some sort of highly advanced calculations.
強度は良さそうですね。うん。これなら素材として十分使えそう。
So, what are you going to use that for?
それはまだ秘密です。知りたいなら、愛のポイントを貯めてくださいね。
Final points. She gave me a big flashing wig. Jesus Christ, I know. What the hell? Hi. Even if she talks about points, besides, she didn't actually wink. I don't think I really need to go that far. I wonder if they'll accumulate if I keep taking Aino's requests like this. Tonikaku, I helped with the experiment, so let's consider today's request accomplished. There's still enough time to take on one more request. I'll decide on the next one as soon as I get back. Okay, so the next one is... We're gonna start Fumiya-san's request. Oh, I like that. There's a little sticker. Flower. Gather young people at the bar Meguruyai, where destinies intersect. Fumiya Onomichi. It's kind of weird that she gave like a notice to gather at the bar when you have to go to the bar in the first place. Some kind of gathering. Well, there's another piece of paper pasted on top of the request form. Now recruiting help for our next project. It definitely gives off a desperate vibe. Yes. What is this?
麦君、手伝ってくれるの？それとも参加の方？
Participate?
マチコンを企画しててね。そのチラシ。
A matchmaking event.
つまり、日々のタスクに忙殺されて、素敵な出会いがない若人に、そういう場を用意してあげようっていう。
A place for encounters, huh? But are there actually any men and women that age in this town?
あのね、マスミ町だってそこまでかそってるわけじゃないからね。独身の若い男女もひーふーそれなりにいるわよ。
What's with that lucky? No, she's so like. You mean just another count on one hand?
そんなことないわ。ひーふー。
You just looked at me, didn't you? Please don't count me in your calculations. A matchmaking event. Have you done this several times?
そうよ。これで20回目。
It seems she have done it quite a lot. So, have any of those couples actually ended up getting married?
ひーふー。
Christ, Fumia. Jesus Christ, Fumia. She stops. Why did you look at me just now? What exactly was I being counted in for?
予定
The schedule?
最近結婚どころかカップル成立にも至ってなくてね。ちなみに前回は一緒に料理をする企画だったのよ。
That sounds nice.
それで鳥を締めるところから始まったんだけど、
ちょっと待って。Is there something that wild?
私としては男性陣がキュッと鳥を締める頼もしい姿に女性陣が心を奪われるかなって。
Maybe for you will be a son, but
だけど女性陣の方が手慣れていて、さっさと締めちゃう横で男性陣がプルプル震えてるありさまで。
oh yeah, I like this expression for Fumia-san. I like how her mouth and the sweat drop is drawn. It's so there's so much soul in this expression.
結局ダメだったわ。
Even if the men had acted bravely, I don't think romance would have sprouted from that. Now, Fumia-san, are the flyers you're handing out to find help for the next matchmaking event?
そうそう。次の企画自体は決まっていてね。
What is it?
ズバリ王様ゲーム。
I see so many problems going to happen in this one, especially the last Osama game we saw. The last Osama game. Osama game.
知ってる？
Shit. It's something people do at messers and
お
stuff.
お、さすが。麦くんは経験豊富だね。
Yeah, it's not that I've actually been to mixers. I just know of them. Osama game at the next matchmaking party. But that thing, how should I put it? If it isn't moderated properly.
下品になったりする？
Oh, the last Osama game we watched, by the way. The last Osama game we watched. That's right. It can get a bit lewd too. I wonder if that really fits the concept of a matchmaking party.
さすがわかってる。今回の相談はズバリそこなのよ。その日集まった者同士で王様ゲームをやるにしても、好き勝手やらせたら収集つかなくなるでしょ。つまり1と3がキスをしてとかやりだすとあっという間に破綻しちゃうから。だからね、今考えているのは命令はあらかじめこちらで用意してその中から選んでもらうことにしようと思うの。
Naruhodo. In that case, there's no need to worry about people being forced to unreasonable requests.
そうそう。ただその命令を考えるのが難しくて、さっき言ったようなキスとかそういうのは除外するとしても、あまり健全すぎると盛り上がりに欠けると思うのよね。
I see what you mean. Wholesome is fine, but you still need a few heart-pounding elements. After all, it's a matchmaking party meant to spark romance. Trying to walk that fine line would be difficult to do
と
alone.
いうことで、一通り作ってみた命令について意見が欲しいのよ。
Fumia-san pulls out a notebook containing a list of potential commands. So, you just want me to read them and tell you what I think.
うんうん。実際やってみないとありかなしかはわからないと思うの。だから私と麦くんでやってみよう。
Huh? Magic.
マジです。
A mix of anxiety and anticipation. You haven't included any weird commands, have you?
それはどうでしょう。変かどうか確認するお仕事だから。
Tashkani. Well, since Fumia-san is a sensible person, I'm sure there won't be any strange commands. Alright, sounds
あり
good.
がとう。じゃあ早速いくね。まず最初の命令候補です。1番が3番とおでこコツンをする。あ、とりあえず私が1番で3番が麦くんってことで。
Well, foreheads? Wait, you want me and you to do that right now?
そうだよ。実際どんな感じか確かめるの。
Isn't that a pretty aggressive opening move? Well, sate.
What?
We softly bring our foreheads together. Since we're bumping foreheads, our faces are getting quite close. Oh man. I like this. Since our foreheads are in the way, there's still a decent distance between our mouths. Still, I can't help but feel nervous. Our foreheads collide with a light sensation, and then we pull our faces apart.
どうなんだろ
It's fine for friends, but the hurdle might be a bit high for a man and woman meeting for the first time.
うか。そうだね。ちょっと和らげるか。
Fumiya-san, you felt nothing about that? You're so experienced.
おでこ周りでもう少しソフトな命令ないかな。
Wait, why does it have to be the forehead anyway? Like writing the word Niku on someone's forehead with a pen?
ええ。何それ。
I don't mean actually writing it. I mean tracing the word Niku on the forehead with a cap pen.
なるほど。でもどうして肉なの？
Tada no example. Even though we don't write Niku, maybe we could do a game where you could guess what was written.
なるほど。おでこに文字を書いて当てる。それは面白いかも。じゃあ、ちょっとやってみるね。
Fumiya-san points her index finger toward my forehead. So, I'm the one getting it done.
よいしょ。
Fumiya-san traces something in my forehead with a cap pen. That's a pretty complex kanji.
さて、なんて書いたでしょう。
This is forehead, and that's what you wrote.
すごい。
This might actually be quite fun.
よし。じゃあ、第一候補はおでこコツンからペンで字を書いて当てるに変更と。この調子で、じゃあ次行ってみましょう。
My heart starts to race. Fumiya-san claims to be a wholesome person, but she's actually being quite bold, which means this might actually be a lucrative request.
3番が1番をびっくりさせる。
Oh,
どうかな？普通すぎるかな？
to be honest, it was more ordinary than I expected, but that's fine. No, I think it's just the right kind of command.
ああ、試しにやってみましょうか。
So, I'm the one who has to surprise you.
さあ、どうぞ。
But how am I supposed to surprise someone who is already braced for it? Should I suddenly show my ass? Should I suddenly show my front? Or should I just take a direct approach? I don't know. I'm just gonna show my ass. I'm sure that would be surprising. But I would end up losing everything. And yet the thrill of losing everything is exactly what steers me up. A mysterious sense of euphoria swirls in my brain, driving me forward. I stand up. I spin around to show Fumiya-san my back. And then, suddenly, Rika's face flashes through my mind. Why? The people in the town were going to be... I would lose everything. And above all, Fumiya-san looked after us. I was about to make a terrible mistake. I turned back around and sat down.
どうしたの？
Betsy, I almost acted like a complete idiot.
悪くはないんだけど、加減を
I tried to slowly show my rear to Fumiya-san.
何をしでかすかわからない命令だよね。
True. There might be people who take it in a strange direction. I like how I got an award for that.
これは保留かな。
At first glance, commands that seem doable and end up revealing problems once you actually try them. Doing these rehearsals like this was certainly meaningful. Well then, shall we try the next command?
これ。
I like the little scene where his light started to flash to before his eyes, and he's just like, oh wait, no, I shouldn't do this.
3番が1番と指切りをして、3番が何かを誓う。
Oh,
どうかな。 アバウト？
No, I think you've hit on a pretty good one.
寝ずに考えたから。はい、じゃあどうぞ。
Hi. Our pinky fingers intertwine. And just that alone makes my heart rate. No, seriously, Fumiya-san is just like the kind of woman who's so I'm the one making the vow. What do I vow? I'm a molester! I'm a molester! I'm so tempted to do the I am molester. I'm sure the anime adaptation will choose this. That I will love you 40 years from now, just as I do today. I swear that I will love you 40 years from now, just as I do today. I'm so tempted to do the other one. That's why I made the same.
麦君、君何歳？知ってる私も私だけど、どこから引っ張ってくるの？
I could have said something worse, Fumiya-san. And there was a period where I was scouring through the original novels and trendy dramas just to study romance.
面白いけど、相手に伝わらなかったらギョトンとするかもね。
I vow to love you 40 years from now just as much as I do. Okay, there's a record. It looks like the speaker's sense of humor will be necessary to make this exciting.
確かに、ちょっとハードルが高いと。よし、じゃあ次は。
Following that rhythm, we went through and scrutinized each of the command ideas Fumiya-san had come up with. Even though they looked fine on paper, and there was a sense of danger when actually performing them. If a man and a woman who had just met were to do them, it seemed like it would be quite difficult.
そのまま使えそうな命令は結局6つか。もう少し欲しいかな。王様ゲームについてはまだまだ検討の必要がありそうね。
It seems so.
ありがとう、麦君。また手伝ってね。
Of course. I brushed my teeth and returned to my room. Well, time to sleep. Sumire is already asleep. Rika is writing something in the notebook.
リコさんはプラス1、アイノさんはマイナス1。
Wait, I know -1.
フミヤさんは
Should I be including her?
対象とするべきでしょうか。
That's the marriage qualification notebook. Rika! I don't mean to sound preachy, but it's not right to judge people with numbers.
はい、兄さんのおっしゃることはごもっともです。ですが、すべての人が兄さんのように人の本質を見抜くことのできるご立派な人格者ではありません。
You're really buttering me up.
数値化することは情報共有として分かりやすいんです。なので、この嫁検定ノートだけは兄さんに逆らわせてください。
Well, I suppose it's fine as long as you're not showing it to anyone.
完成した暁には皆さんの前で発表しようと思っています。
Wait, and that's a terrible idea.
でも結果発表のようなものですよ。兄さんの生涯の伴侶が決まる時ですよ。
It's all about how you both feel.
安心してください。ポイントが高いということは当然兄さんの魅力に気づくことができている方です。
ところで、is there anyone close to reaching that level?
今のところ皆無です。
Why is she smiling like that?
重ねて安心してください。兄さんのご立派な魅力は必ず伝わります。ご立派な容姿にご立派な行動、ご立派な思考、ご立派なご立派。
Guripa desu. I feel I should just use the word guripa to vaguely describe my charm. Also, what was that last part?
兄さんにふさわしい嫁が現れることを 妹である私が保証します。
Still, I don't have the heart to deny Rika when she says it with such confidence. Well, I suppose I'll look forward to the future. Let's go to sleep.
そうですね。
After closing the marriage qualification notebook, she hugs it tightly before tucking it into her bag.
おやすみなさい、兄さん。
Oyasumi, Rika. Goodbye. Alright, day 15.
兄さん、朝です。起きてください。
5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. 50分.
わかりました。
No, that's redundant. That's 15 minutes. I mean,
兄さん、5分経ちました。
go food. Okay. Go food. And
一
also,
度言ったことを守る兄さんはご立派です。どんなに眠くても強い意志で目覚める。本当にご立派です。
goodbyeです. もちろん. I set
お
up.
はようございます。兄さん、朝ごはんの準備はできています。
I enjoy oishi asagohan, a pan and gyunyu. It's true. I can eat delicious seafood now, unlike when I was traveling. Masumi-cho. Arigato. Well, Rika's gone to school, so I should head to Meguriai. Mysterious person. Character hasn't been unlocked. Obviously we start Aino's event. We need to get some Aino points. The casa reinforcement is complete. I'd like you to help me check its strength, so please come to the lake. By casa, she must mean that the thing Aino was using like a parachute at the lake the other day. So she's still doing that experiment. I have nothing but a bad feeling about this, but leaving her to do it alone makes me anxious in a different way. Hi. I guess I'll go see.
見てください。
When I arrive at the lake, Aino happily spreads out the casa she always carries around. Oh, it looks like your usual casa to me.
先日行ってきた闇市で手に入れた
Black
強
market.
化プラスチックを使っています。以前に比べると3倍の強度が実現されました。
Mysterious, suspicious character. The hell? 3 times. If only it was color red. I don't really get it.
さらに言うなら、本日は愛のポイントも3倍。何もかもが3倍で。
Soka. From the looks of it, it doesn't seem to have changed much.
飛んでみればわかりますよ。この子の凄さが。
Tobe, you mean you're going to jump off a cliff again while holding this?
そうです。ただすでに前のバージョンでもそれは成功しましたから、今回は負荷を増してみます。ということで、今日は2人で飛びましょう。
What? By 2 people, she means... You mean... You and I are going to jump together, both holding the umbrella.
そうなります。
Well, that's definitely going to increase the load. Is there no other way? Like me carrying heavy luggage while I jump.
湖に落ちた時、うまく外せないと大変なことになりますよ。
You're probably right. It's true that the durability of Aina's casa is quite impressive. It even held up well under my weight. If she's reinforced it further, maybe it'll be okay, even with both Aino and me. But I still can't help feeling uneasy. It was the same as last time. Even if things go well, we still ended up falling to the lake.
前は 落下地点にボートを浮かばせていたんですよ。いきなり風が吹いてきて全然違う場所に降りてしまいましたが、今日はちゃんと風向きを計算して着水ポイントに待機させています。
A fairly large boat was floating below us. If we land there, we won't get wet. Floating below us? You certainly prepared well. What she was doing was bizarre, but the sheer vitality she showed by setting all that up by the lake by herself was honestly impressive. Well, fine. I get it. Let's give it a try. Even if I fall, I'll just end up soaking wet. In that case, I might as well go along with Aino's passion.
お願いします。
We stand at the very edge of a cliff, huddling together under a single casa. It is a strange sight. It looks like a pair of koibito about to throw themselves to their deaths. Let's be reborn as birds next time. We could start summer pogs if you want, guys. There's a lot of birds involved. If you can read their kanji, the names of the characters. Anyway.
不潔なことを言わないでください。いっせーのせ。
It was just as it seemed before. The height is immense, and it's definitely terrifying. Rika, if your Nisan doesn't make it back, I'm leaving the rest to you.
いっせーのせ。
Oh! Huh? Whoa! I'm flying! Or rather, I'm falling slowly. Sugoi. Suge. The casa is supporting the weight of both Aino and me perfectly. What? The casa is talking? Sugoi. It's making some kind of noise about rapid progress. Maybe I should just let go.
大丈夫です。傘を信じてください。
Casa! Oh wait, other way around. Casa. I don't really understand what she means. What do you mean the casa is talking?
あ、やば。
Wait, what? I don't... what was that? Did you just whisper Yaba just now?
言いません。信じてください。
Madara. It sounds like a girl in extreme pain. This is bad, right?
本当に壊れるときは気持ち悪いハムスターみたいな音出しますから、まだ大丈夫です。
Wait, what the hell is going on? I know. Maybe there's something you want to explain? What kind of sound is that? Now I want to hear it. The casa is sounding distressed again. Isn't that the creepy hamster sound?
違います。これは怒った羊の声です。
An angry sheep. Guys, what is going on? Well, now that you mention it, I'm starting to feel that way too. Somehow it started sounding like a voice of resentment directed at Mary.
とにかく気持ち悪いハムスターに至るにはまだ何段階かあります。
Did it hallucinate? Did my LLM hallucinate Mary? Who's the Mary? Anyway. Oh, okay. It does sound like Mary. Okay, that is an actual word. No. Even so, the casa was clearly letting out the scream. It sounded like it had reached its limit. If it's come to this. What day is it today again? Let go. If the casa is just going to snap and send us both flying. Sarabara. It's been a blast. With an unnecessary cool light, I let go.
Mugi-san?
Ah! With a massive splash, I plummet to the lake. I swim until I reach the rubber boat floating nearby. Aino, who seemed to have landed safely, pokes her head out of the boat and gives me a deadpan stare.
ムギさん、信用できなかったんですね。私の傘が。
No.
まあ、私のために率先して落ちてくれたと思えば怒るわけにはいかないですが。さあ、
Wait, did she talk? Did she say the word deswa? I just realized that she. Anyway. Aino reaches out her hand. I grab the hand and pull myself onto the boat. Aino's small body looks like it's about to be tossed out of the boat by my weight. No, if you can't pull me up, then there's no point in reaching out. I crawl onto the boat by myself. So, how do we row this thing? The boat was floating a fair distance from the shore. What about oars or something? I guess that's our only choice. In the first place, how did you even get this thing out here? Ah, なるほど。よいしょ。
おい、お前ら何やってんだ?
A duck boat approaches from the other side.
そもそもなんでオールもないのに湖の真ん中に浮かんでいるんだ。
それは落ちてきたので。
二人で落ちてきた。
はい、傘を持って。
また変なことをしているんだな。お前らこっちに移れ。それで引っ張っていけばいいだろ。
ごめんなさい。
まったく何をやっているんだか。
Just like the other day, I wonder why this man was riding a duck boat all by himself. I finally made it back. Ken-san went back toward the lake in that duck boat again. What on earth is he doing?
協力していただきありがとうございました。
I'm glad I could be of help.
予想以上の強度。これならさらなる負荷にも耐えうるかも。
She mutters to herself while staring at the casa. I'll just pretend I didn't hear that. Jana.
はい、またよろしくお願いします。
See you again. And there's still enough time to take on one more request. I'll decide on the next one as soon as I get back. Okay, so we're gonna do the Rui request. To Mugi, I want you to come help with the children's ensemble. It'll be fun. Rui Atsuzawa. I was actually named. Is it really okay to do this when everyone in town is watching? So yeah, I saw them performing during the dinner party, so that's what it was.
ルイちゃんが子供たちと率先して取り組んでいるのよ。
So, she's not just the leader of the cringe-worthy Neo-something council. Okay, sorry.
至って真面目よ。
I'll go help out.
よろしくね。
Oh, there's a new patch I have to put.
おお、
I'll do
来
it
て
later.
くれたのか。
I mean, we already see that it should be she's actually quite serious, but the new patch supposedly fixes that. I'll worry about that later. Rui notices me and waves. Before that, the children gather around, looking at me with curiosity.
誰だっけ？麦お兄ちゃんだよ。最近町に来たんだって。どうして？なんか逃げてきたらしいよ。
なんか悪いことしたのかな。
It seems I haven't quite been properly introduced to the children yet. So, about this ensemble mentioned in the flyer.
紹介しよう。マスミ町子供合奏団だ。
Huh. The Kodomo are indeed holding various instruments in their hands.
早速新入りにも加わってもらうぞ。
You know, I'm starting to understand Rui. There's something about Rui. Wait, right now? I haven't touched an instrument in ages.
問題ない。なんとかの道もなんとかから少しずつ上達すればいいんだ。
Your hair clip looks familiar. Maybe I'm just imagining. Don't go forcing proverbs you don't even understand. Besides, I don't even know how long I'll be staying in this town.
またまたツンデレさんだな。男の子は好きだからな。いつまでいるかわからないんだからね。勘違いしないでよねってやつだな。
I wonder if this line is correctly translated, because I don't know how that connects with the tsundere thing, because I can tell the next line does. Anyway. No, you're the one getting the wrong idea.
まあまあ、何にしても代役なんだから、そう難しく考えなくてよし。
Well, to be honest, for the side heroine routes, I use a much weaker model. Okay, so maybe this is me seeing the issues now. A substitute. That makes me feel a bit better. I'm just filling in for a child after all. Who's substitute?
ミカだ。
Speaker. Is she participating in this too?
ああ、
Sokka. Speaker's in the children's ensemble. It's true. She might not look out of place height-wise, but
誰が背丈は違和感ないって。
Speaker, come in.
なんちゃって。
So, what was Rui doing a voice impression? I thought my Shinzo was going to stop.
へえ、なかなかスピカに似ていただろう。
She has a talent there, huh? I guess. You're about the same height.
私の方が若干高い。
We're basically two peas. I think it's supposed to be I'm a little bit taller than her. You're basically two peas in a
グ
pod.
リとグラ。
No, I mean like two peas in a pod. I understand. I speak a substitute, but so what instrument am I supposed to play? I'd prefer something easy if possible.
心配するな。だいたい誰でも一度は演奏したことがある楽器だ。
Everyone has once, like melodica.
違う。笛的な楽器だ。
Everyone has once a wind instrument. You mean a flute? Ah, I get it. A recorder. Oh yeah, they call it recorder for some reason.
惜しい。違うな。あれは笛的というより笛そのものじゃないか。
That's true. Then what on earth is the instrument?
これだ。
Kore...
オカリナだ。
Ocarina of Time? I've heard that almost everyone, regardless who they are, has played one at least. Wait, what? Regardless of who they are, has played one at least once. That's incredibly rare, isn't it? It's my first time even seeing a real one. I think there's some hallucination thing going on here. I use a weaker model for this side characters. I'm going to have my model fix it while I sleep later.
そうなのか？マスミ町の子供なら大体みんな吹けるぞ。親父殿からは昔は小学校でオカリナの授業もあったと聞いている。
I don't have the Ocarina of Time, bro.
どこでもそういうものだと思っていた。
Like I said, it's my first time seeing a real one. Usually elementary schoolers play the recorder.
麦の小学校だけ特殊ということはないか？リコーダーというとあの3つに分かれる縦笛じゃないか。小学生には難しいような。
Yeah. I never played one, but the ocarina is definitely harder. I don't know about other elementary schools, but there's no doubt that the ocarina is rarer. I've heard stories about people wanting to lick the vertical flute of the girl they like, but That's the I heard about that. Isn't that the pervert's thing to do? Because they people generally leave their stuff at the school, right? So I've heard of that too. They're so perverted. Anyway, but I never heard anyone say they want to lick an ocarina. Where did this come from?
この縦笛飲め麦君は一体どういう小学校で育ったんだ
To be fair, I also heard that thing. But that's
やはり特殊だぞそこは
yeah. Not my elementary school. I mean, as a general rule.
きなこの縦笛を舐めるのが一般論そんなに一般的なことなのか好きな人の縦笛を舐めるのか
That sounds like a pervert's thing to do. Okay. Now, that's well, how should I put this?
新入りはすごいところで育ったんだな
Wild.
マスミ町なら大丈夫だ好きな子の縦笛をこっそり舐めようとするような不埒な輩はいないなあみんな
当然だ誰が袴田のオカリナなんて舐めるかよふざけるな
One person sounds really agitated, and we learned out the personal name without even being asked. That's so bad.
ご覧の通りだ
Well, whatever. If I push any further, I feel like I'll stumble upon that boy's secret. Regardless, I didn't know how to play an ocarina.
リコーダーを知っているならだいたい吹き方はあれと同じだ
Is that so? I don't think it's quite the same.
とにかく吹いてみるといい
Oh, it actually makes the sound surprisingly easy. It doesn't seem as intimidating as it looks. Maybe I can actually do this. So, what should I play?
その辺はアドリブで任せる
Ad-lib. Ad-lib? That's asking a
マ
lot.
スミ町への思いをそのまま音楽にしてくれたらそれでいい
My feelings for Masamicho. I don't really have anything like that yet. My only impression is that it's a town full of kind but strange people.
じゃあそんな感じでよし
You're so demanding.
まあとにかくやってみようじゃないか
wakata. The performance begins. Rui conducts, and the children play with all their might. It is mainly brass instruments mixed with guitars and harmonicas, yet they are surprisingly cohesive. It is quite impressive. I do my best to play along without getting in their way. Oh, Rui is leading this way. Is it my turn? I just had to improvise and make it sound like I know what I'm doing. Putting my feelings for Masamicho into the melody. Masamicho. A town with a lot of kind but strange people. With those feelings in my heart, that's so cool. That's so cool. Everyone is startled. Unexpected soldiers were telling me that the performance goes to a halt. That's so cool. Nice.
妙な音が出たぞ
びっくりした
I was surprised too.
今のどうやったのちょっと子供には刺激が強いんじゃないか
Yeah, that's He's also right about that. It's like those random ass tunes that you hear during from the 70s or 80s.
なんかドキドキした。
What the hell?
今のが麦の真澄町への思い。あのいやらしげな音が。真澄町に何を感じているんだ。
No, it's my first time playing though, Karina. So a weird sound just happened.
そうか。もう一度やってみよう。
The performance begins once again. No Karina apart from before approaches. I've almost got the hang of it now. Once more, I pour my feelings for Masamicho into the melody.
オチみたいな音が。
Right. Wiggy, what the hell, man?
真澄町に対して何を思っている。
Wiggy, I want you to chill out. What the hell was that? Oh man, that should have been my unfiltered impression of Masamicho slipping out just now. Jesus, Wiggy.
よし、やめ。今日は助かったぞ、新入り。
Moogie, what the fuck was that? I'm glad I could be of help of use.
麦お兄ちゃん、今度も来てね。
絶対だよ。
You know what? I'm kind of excited for Rui's route. I changed my mind. You know, so something about for the prologue, just like she's just like a annoying character, but now I think she's kind of okay now.
みんな、帰るのはちょっと待ってくれ。今度安らぎ荘である演奏会の楽曲について話がある。
Yasaragi, so
お年寄りが集まって過ごしている施設があるんだ。
it's like a nursing home, I guess.
そこによく演奏しに行くんだぞ。
Rui says proudly, then turns back to the Kodomo with a bundle of papers in hand.
楽譜を配るから、それぞれのパートを確認してくれ。
よっしゃ来た。俺の好きな曲じゃん。
まだこの音うまく出せないよ。いいぞ、気をつけて使うように。
あ、光る。ソロパートあるじゃん。うまいもんな。
うん。
どうした？嬉しくないのか？
あのね、ルイお姉ちゃん、ごめん。もっと早くに言っておくべきだったんだけど、私、来週引っ越すことになったの。
Damn. Suddenly, it's Aiko.
マジかよ。嘘だろ。
どこに？ね。
The girl walks over to the map of Nippon on the wall and points at it.
この辺だって。
結構近くないか？
いえ、地図だとそう見えるけど、車でも数時間かかりますよ、これ。
だから、演奏会の時にはいられないんだ。ダメだ！そんなことダメだ！親父殿に言って取り消させてやる。
No. That's それは There's nothing your Tosan can do about it.
そんなのダメだ！
Don't be unreasonable, Rui. It's because of your parents, Shigoto, isn't it?
だって、ヒカルはいいやつなんだ。ネオ新成長議会の定例報告会にも毎回参加してくれる数少ないメンバーなんだ。
By the way, Hikaru is a she, right? Because that's the voice I heard.
ごめんね、ルイお姉ちゃん。
Could also be a guy. I mean, you know how kids have like basically the same voice at one point in their lives.
いや、すまない。つい取り乱してしまった。
I mean, probably doesn't matter.
引っ越すまで、それまで一緒にやろう。当日は代役を立てるから。うん。
マジかよ、ヒカル。
ごめんね。
時々遊びに来いよな。
時々来るような距離ではありません。去年引っ越したトシヤも何をしてるか分かりませんし。
Once people move away, it's hard to stay in touch, isn't it?
たまに手紙が届くことはあるが、しかしこのご時世、郵便の不確実性は高い。
Oh yeah, they basically live in like a almost post what do you call this? Post fucking what's that V what's that V Hachakumu no Aujashin, like case tree. I think it's case tree, where the world is unable to communicate because of the stuff, the sci-fi stuff that they establish that is based from another VN. Anyway, that the same company made. Oh yeah, because almost all electronics don't work in this world. This is the kind of stuff that one of the endings of Rewrite kind of happens. Wanted it or whatever. I don't know, man. Anyway, this could be.
電話も子供が気軽に使えるものじゃないからな。だから町を離れたらだいたいもうそれきり。どうしてるかわからないんだ。
そっか。確かに。Once keeping in touch with someone far away is a simple matter. But now, even exchanging a single tegami takes a lot of effort.
何か連絡が取れる手段でもあるといいんだけどな。
Staying in touch with people far away, huh? And there are a few people I've become close with while traveling. When we part ways, I always say things like, I'll send you a tegami. But that's actually quite difficult. Just as Rui said, we aren't really in a position where we can just casually send tegami. Besides, since I'm a wanderer, even if I could send one, I wouldn't be able to receive any replies. I've never thought about it much before, but that's actually pretty lonely.
大声で叫んだら聞こえないだろうか。
無理か。
いや、山彦だって山から跳ね返るんだ。もう少し頑張ったら山を飛び越えて聞こえるんじゃないか。
I'm appreciating Rui now. Yeah. I find myself contemplating Rui's strange logic for a moment, but... 無理か。
無理か。メガホンを使えば。
無理か。Oh, that's right. Something suddenly comes to mind. There was someone who took care of me while I was traveling. That person used to host a radio show.
ラジオ？
Even after we parted ways, I used to listen to their broadcast while I was traveling. But eventually I couldn't pick up the signal anymore. Depending on the frequency, I bet it can reach quite a long distance. Besides, even if the telebi is out of question, it seems more and more people are carrying radio.
ラジオ。それならこの町を離れた誰かにメッセージを届けることができると。
Only if the recipient has a radio, that is.
面白いじゃないか。それをしてみようじゃないか。
But do you have any leads on how to start a radio station?
当てはないし、何をしたらいいのかわからない。
We're so back with Cross Kino, by the way.
私の心情は皆まで言う前に動き出そうだからな。
She really is like that, isn't she?
よーし、行くぞー。
She takes off. When I chase after Rui, I find her standing still halfway there, staring up at the Sora. どうしたの？
動き出したものの、途中でどこに行けばいいかわからなくなった。
I bet.
ラジオ、どこだ？この町にそんなものが。
In some towns I visited, the local government ran their own radio broadcasts. But I wonder how it is here in Masumicho.
町のことならあの人だな。
Ah, Chocho.
おう、親父殿じゃダメだ。巡り合いに行こう。
Oh yeah. Meguriai. Ah, なるほど. You mean him?
ラジオを発信したいの？
Oh, I mean her.
ああ、それで町のそういう設備があったりしないかと。
I'm actually now curious about Rui's storyline, but we start her storyline, and when did we start her storyline? We start her storyline during... I think Hiro's route. Yeah, I think Awayuki Hiro's route. I mean, yeah. So it's still far off. We're doing another side heroine, not side heroine, side character in Aino's route, because you could branch to Aino or another side character. Anyway, let's continue.
あるわよ。
本当？
災害の時に一時活用したことがあったのよ。ただ受信機を持ってる人があまりいなくて、最近じゃ全然使われてないわ。自作のラジオを配布することも考えたんだけど、いざという時にちゃんと受信しないんじゃ逆効果だしね。
Oh, this is random. I noticed that they're up on the right side. There's a wood carving of a bear, with some kind of salmon on it. The reason why I'm bringing it up, it's a thing in Hokkaido, if I remember. Because at one point I was planning to buy one of those, but I haven't done it. But okay, that's random. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, equipment.
学校にあるわ。放送室があってね。その設備を使えばラジオとしても発信できるはずよ。
Cross Kino, we are so back. Even though I live in the Gakko, I had no idea at all. I wonder how far the signal reaches.
町内用のものだけど、まあまあ遠くまで行けたはずよ。結構ちゃんとしてるから。それを使わせてもらってラジオを発信したいんだ。ラジオを？何するの？楽しいこと。でも私としてはいいと思うな。ルイちゃんたちがラジオを街に普及してくれたらいろいろと都合がいいし、機材もずーっと寝かしておくより使ってもらった方がメンテナンスにもなるわ。もちろん内容によっては OK できないけど。具体的には何を発信するの？具体的には決まってないが、この街を離れた人にも聞いてもらえて懐かしんでもらえるような、真澄町も私たちも元気だと伝えられるような。
Rui's really good at this, man. She's really good at this.
そういうラジオを作りたいと思っている。そっか、いいかもしれないね。
She's really growing on me.
よし、じゃあ案内するね。ほら、ここだよ。
Is this it? Kokoa? The entrance is quite difficult to spot.
いろいろ機器とかあるし、いたずらで入られると困るからね。ドアを分かりづらくしてるんだ。まあ結果私の時は不良が秘密基地みたいにしてたけど。
No. I didn't know that there were delinquents in this town anyway. When she says in my case, she must be referring to when Fumiya-san was a student here. Oh, yeah, I should have realized that. That's what I meant. So, and there was a time like that. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, I wonder when the Gakko got abandoned, because it seems like Fumiya is probably one of the last generations who attended school. I mean, that building. What's that building? So, this is the broadcasting room. It is a storage-like room, about half the size of a normal classroom. In one corner, there is indeed some equipment that looks like the part. It probably isn't used very often, as the equipment is covered in with cloth.
来たことがある。
Rui looks around the room, blinking her eyes. Is that so?
兄に教えてもらって。ああ、そうだったね。
Honey, what? She has a Nissan? Rui's Nissan? Then the delivery Fumiya-san was talking about.
私の兄のことだな。ごめん、不良とか。いや、あれは確かに不良だから 問題なし。
Rui's Nissan, huh? Ani. I listen with interest as she speaks about someone I don't know. Someone who apparently is in town right now. I wonder what he is doing. It seems he isn't in town at the moment. Or maybe a she, I don't know.
結構ちゃんとした機材らしいから、周波数さえ合わせればだいぶ遠くにいても聞くことができるわ。
No, it's he, because Annie is the male version. Anyway.
あったあった。このマニュアルを読めば大体わかるはずだから。使うなら通電しないといけないし、ずっと動かしてないからメンテナンスが必要かも。町長にも許可を取らないといけないから、ちょっと待ってね。お願いします。そうだ、ラジオの名前は決めてあるの？ああ、すでに決めてある。
Neo Chin.
名付けてネオマスビ町ラジオ。
Neo Masumicho. Time to get to sleep, I suppose.
はい。それにしても今夜は少し冷えますね。
If it's like this in summer, I wonder what winter will be like that.
この辺りですとやっぱり雪がすごいのでしょうか。
And that's true. I mostly travel along the Pacific side to avoid the yuki as much as
で
possible.
も一度大雪でテントに閉じ込められたことがありました。
Somewhere in Tohoku region. I misread the weather in that one. Oh, wait, Tohoku's already cold, so I mean they're in Hokkaido, so it's way colder. I woke up in the middle of the night to a full-blown blizzard.
あれは寒かったです。
When your feet get cold, you really can't sleep at all.
ですが一つの寝袋に二人で入りましたね。
Human body heat really is the best heater.
この部屋はしっかりと寒さ対策されていますし、
Even if it's a dump.
もし耐え難い寒さになったとしたら。
Yeah, in that case. Rika and I look at Sumire at the same
あ
time.
らら、いいえ、なんでもありませんよ。うもう。
Yeah, don't worry about it, Umo.
あ
あららら
Ooh, day 16. There's a lot more days to go, by the way, guys.
あらら
Although I'm kind of getting sleepy. I'd rather like start early tomorrow and have like a really long recording session. So I'm gonna end it here. Anyway, I hope you guys are watching. We're still, this is kind of pseudo common route, but we started a lot of the stuff to get started with the Aino's route. So yeah, actually, for Aino's route, the side character we're going to go for is Fumiya-san, then Aino, and then we go to Hiro's route, or Awayuki if you like. I mean Awayuki Hiro. I don't know, I'm still not used to using Hiro, so I still use Awayuki because she refers to herself a lot as Awayuki a lot. It's kind of weird using it in third person, but I know referring to yourself in the third person does something. But during Awayuki's route, there's a lot of other characters. So I think there's three or four side characters. So that's going to be interesting. Anyway, that's it for today, and I'm gonna see you guys again tomorrow. I'm gonna get reading again when I wake up, and hopefully I cover a lot. Anyway, I hope you guys are watching, and I'll see you guys on the next upload. Ciao. I hope this I don't well, I recorded, so if this gets taken down, I have to figure out another site to upload. I'll figure it out if that happens. Hopefully it doesn't happen. Anyway, I'll see you guys. Ciao.
で